Hello, it's Greg Sisson with RE/MAX First Choice back here, and today we want to talk a little bit about home inspections for new construction. Here's what we know. In the end of the first quarter of 2019, 47% of all the pending single-family homes were new construction, new builds. And so what I know out of experience is that a lot of buyers think that they don't need to get a home inspection on a new construction home. And because it's new. Well, you could not be any further from the truth in that thinking. So we're going to interview a home inspector that I think is pretty darn good. His name is Chad Sisson. Yes, he's my brother. And he's going to even give you a story on the importance of why you need to get a home inspection, especially on new construction. Stick around.
So there was a home that I inspected. This has been a couple of years ago in Pawleys Island. This is in a gated neighborhood, nearly a $500,000 home. And I inspected the home for the third owner. It's only about 4 years old. And so get to the attic on the top floor, no insulation at all. You can imagine what their power bills were like for all of these years. No insulation in the attic is going to lead to potential moisture issues and not only the power bills. My immediate thought was, why didn't the first guy have the home inspection done? Then the next thought was, why didn't the second guy have the inspection done? So, this is not likely something that the builder purposefully left out. This is just something that got missed and nobody went back to check on it. And the county missed it. Either the first home inspector missed it or didn't have one. And that's the key to why it's so important to have a home inspection done. You need to catch these problems so that they can be taken care of. So I get asked all the time, especially on new construction, is it still important to have a home inspection done? I tell people 100% absolutely it is. The reason being, if you have a home that's 9 months old or 90 years old, things that were wrong from day one, they're not going to get better. They're not going to fix themselves. So you need to know about them early. Second thing is, you had 40, 50 people working on a house for 9 months. Somebody had a bad day, somebody made a mistake. And again, most of these builders, they're trying to put out a good product, but everybody's human and they're flawed and they make mistakes. A couple of years ago, I did an inspection on a new construction home, and upon looking at the service panel, there were 4 different breakers, different brands of breakers inside the service panel, and that's just not acceptable, especially in new construction. If you have a Chevrolet car, you don't put Ford parts in it. It's just one of the things. Even though a breaker may fit, it may not be fitting properly, or it may not be seated properly, and that can cause some significant issues. So that's a big thing that we want to pay attention to. And that was an electrician basically emptying out his truck. So he knew what he was doing and just emptied out his truck and put all of those different breakers in the panel because that's what he had available at the time. So if a breaker is not properly seated, or if it doesn't have a good connection in the panel, then it may not do its job. So the breaker has one job and one job alone. If there's too much power going, or if there's a problem with the power going to the wiring, it's going to stop that current. And so again, if it can't perform its job, then that's a hazard. It can lead to a fire, but it's also a safety concern as far as shocking people. I think overall, most builders are putting out the best product they can, and they really have the interest of the buyer in mind. But they're not perfect. Nobody is. And so because of that, we have to look after them. And we can bring these things to their attention, they can get them addressed, happy people can close.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this was impactful to you and you learned something. I know I did. If you have any questions, give me a call and I'll talk to you next time.